Morning, everyone. We had a very productive caucus meeting earlier today. Most importantly, we had an incredibly productive day for the American people yesterday. The Bipartisan Infrastructure Agreement is now the law of the land. That's a great thing for the American people. It's a great thing for the economy. It's a great thing for the Build Back Better agenda. The Bipartisan Infrastructure Agreement will create millions of good-paying jobs for everyday Americans all across this great country, in the North, the South, the East, and the West, in urban America, suburban America, rural America, small-town America, ex-urban America, and Appalachia. It's not a win for Democrats or a loss for Republicans, as some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle seem to want to frame this tremendous progress for the American people. It's a win for America, delivered with great leadership from President Joe Biden, House Democrats and Senate Democrats, partnering in a bipartisan way with a handful of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle. There are approximately 100,000 structurally deficient bridges in America that could crumble or collapse at any moment. That's just one example of why this historic investment in fixing our crumbling infrastructure will be so significant for the American people. The jobs that are being created as a result of passage of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Agreement cannot be outsourced to Mexico or to China or to other parts of Southeast Asia. These are good-paying American jobs. That's a win for the American people. And we look forward to continuing our work as we advance the bipartisan or advance the Build Back Better Act, and hopefully a handful of Republicans in the House may be inclined to be supportive. That remains to be seen. But as we advance the Build Back Better Act, at some point before we depart, we are going to create additional good-paying jobs for everyday Americans. We're going to cut taxes for working families and middle-class families and low-income families. And we're going to lower costs in health care, particularly by driving down the high cost of life-saving prescription drugs, cut child care costs, cut housing costs, and implement universal pre-K for 3- and 4-year-olds all across the country, and in doing so, cut early childhood education costs as well. Those will be additional wins for the American people, delivering on President Biden's promise to build back better. It's now my honor to yield to our distinguished Vice Chair, Pete